The first time I stepped into an alien household, I expected advanced technology. I expected strange customs. I expected something dramatic. I did not expect screaming. The door slid open with a soft hum. Warm violet light spilled across polished stone floors. The air smelled faintly sweet, like crushed flowers after rain. Everything inside the home curved gently. No sharp edges, no harsh lines. It felt intentional, calm, balanced. Then she saw me, her wide silver eyes locked onto mine. The small alien girl standing in the center of the room froze. Her long, translucent ears twitched. The glowing markings along her cheeks flickered bright blue. She inhaled sharply. "Mother," she shrieked, pointing at me with shaking fingers. "The person I want to marry has arrived." The room went silent. I blinked. Her mother turned slowly from the far end of the chamber. She was taller, her posture regal. The same silver eyes studied me with calm curiosity. Unlike her daughter, she did not panic. She assessed behind me. Commander Alvarez made a choking sound. I kept my face steady. Humanity had spent decades preparing for first contact. We had practiced diplomacy, cultural sensitivity, crisis management. No one had prepared us for accidental proposals. The girl's name was Cyril. I had met her exactly once before. 3 days earlier, I had been part of the first human delegation allowed inside the Letheri city of Havzis. Our mission was simple: establish trust, share knowledge, avoid misunderstandings. Cyril had been assigned as a youth cultural observer. She had followed me during a tour of their botanical terraces. I explained Earth's oceans. She explained how Letheri plants sang through vibration. We compared constellations. I told her about human music. She told me about Letheri, memory weaving. At some point she had asked about human bonding rituals. I had explained marriage in the simplest possible terms, to people choosing each other, promising loyalty, sharing life. She had listened with intense focus. I thought nothing of it. Now she stood in front of her mother, declaring me her chosen partner. Commander Alvarez cleared his throat. "We apologize if there has been a misunderstanding." The mother lifted one elegant hand. Silence fell instantly. Even the ambient humming of the walls seemed to soften. She looked at her daughter. "Cyril, explain." Cyril swallowed. Her glowing markings shifted from blue to bright gold. "He is brave. He crossed the void between stars. He speaks gently. He values bonds that last a lifetime. He described a ritual of unity. I have selected him." Selected, I resisted the urge to rub my temples. The mother's gaze moved back to me. "Human representative Daniel Reyes, did you formally offer union to my daughter?" "No," I said carefully. "I described a human tradition. I did not propose marriage." Cyril looked confused. "But you said humans join with those they respect and cherish." "I respect you. I cherish your mind." That last part caught me off guard. The mother studied her daughter for a long moment. Then she did something unexpected. She laughed. It was soft and musical. The tension in the room eased slightly. "Cyril," she said gently, "human customs are not binding when merely described." Cyril's ears drooped. "So he does not wish to unite." I stepped forward slowly. No sudden movements. I remembered the xenocultural briefings. Honesty builds bridges. "Cyril," I said, "marriage for humans is not decided in a single conversation. It grows from long shared experience. Trust built over time. She tilted her head. Time I can give. Commander Alvarez inhaled sharply again. The mother's eyes gleamed with amusement. You see, human Reyes, among the Letheri, we choose partners through declaration. It is considered bold, admirable. My daughter believes she has honored you. I blinked. Honored me, yes. That shifted everything. This was not panic. It was pride colliding with confusion. Cyril stepped closer. You crossed dark space to reach us. Many feared you. I did not. I studied your transmissions. Your species fights fiercely to protect its young. You create art even in war. You are resilient. I desire resilience in my future bond. Her words settled heavily in my chest. Behind me, I could sense the entire human delegation standing very still. The mother regarded me carefully. You are not obligated. Interstellar unions are rare, complex, but understand this. My daughter's declaration is a gesture of trust toward humanity. That realization hit harder than the proposal itself. This was bigger than awkward romance. This was symbolic. If I rejected her harshly, it could be interpreted as rejecting their openness. If I accepted impulsively, it could create diplomatic chaos. I took a slow breath. Cyril, I said, on Earth, when someone expresses interest in bonding, we begin with friendship. We learn, we share experiences. Only then do we decide on lifelong union. Her markings flickered thoughtful green. Friendship is step one of marriage. Yes. She looked at her mother. This aligns with long courtship theory. The mother nodded slightly. Cyril turned back to me. Then I revised my declaration. Mother, the human I may wish to marry has arrived. We will initiate friendship protocol. Commander Alvarez actually coughed to hide a laugh. I allowed myself a small smile. Friendship protocol sounds reasonable. The tension dissolved completely. The mother approached and extended her hand. It had 4 slender fingers, warm and steady. I clasped it carefully. You navigate delicate moments with care, she said. That is a valuable trait. I am learning, I replied. Cyril straightened proudly. I selected well. I shook my head gently. You selected a friend. For now, she said confidently. Over the following weeks, Friendship Protocol became an official joint cultural program. Human and Letheri youths exchanged stories. We compared philosophies. We debated ethics. We shared meals designed to be biochemically safe for both species. Cyril attended every session. She asked endless questions about Earth, about rain, about laughter, about why humans cry when overwhelmed by joy. I asked her about Letheri star navigation, about their memory crystals, about the way their cities hummed softly at night. Rumors spread quickly through both populations. Media networks on Earth loved the headline about the alien girl who tried to marry a human diplomat. The Letheri found it charming rather than scandalous. What could have been a disaster became a bridge. Months later, during a joint cultural celebration in Cyril stood beside me on a balcony overlooking the glowing city. You were afraid that day, she said, double quotes, yes, of me, of misunderstanding. She considered that. I was afraid you would reject not just me, but our openness. I would never reject trust, I said quietly. She nodded. Good. Friendship Protocol continues successfully. I smiled. Yes, it does. Below us, humans and Letheri mingled freely. Children from both species chased floating light orbs across the plaza. Cyril glanced at me sideways. When humans choose marriage, do they announce it loudly? Usually, she grinned. Then if one day I declare again, it will be unmistakable. I laughed softly. Then I will be prepared. The stars above, Havzes, shimmered. Somewhere out there was Earth, blue and distant. I had come as a diplomat. I had expected negotiations and caution. Instead, I found courage in the form of a young alien who believed in bold declarations. When I entered that room months ago, she had panicked. Now there was no panic, only possibility. Humanity had always been good at forming bonds, across nations, across cultures, now across stars. And it all started with a girl who saw a stranger from another world and said, without hesitation, "Mother, the person I want to marry has arrived." Asterisk.